are about to go paragliding in the Swiss Alps.
This is Hilarie. She's an adrenaline junkie. This is Jamin. He's always giving her that high. And they've just arrived at Interlaken, Switzerland, the paragliding capital of the world.
Hey gang, we're here in Interlaken, Switzerland. We just got here just a few hours ago, had a quick dinner at the Airbnb, and now we're just out walking around exploring.
I'm so happy to be in Switzerland. Like, it's just so breathtaking, and Austria was really beautiful too. So, I mean, it's all really beautiful, but I don't know, something about Switzerland is like super sporty, super clean. I just like it. And I found out recently that my family, the Fight family, originally we thought they were from Germany, and they kind of were, but they were kind of on the border. And so they're also very Swiss. And so I was like, well, that's why I love Swiss so much. That's why I love Switzerland.
As if another reason was needed.
And it's all like so clean and well kept.
So walking around Switzerland, we've only been here a couple hours, and I have to say it's pretty incredible. Everywhere you look, there's a mountain. So mountains in the distance, and then beyond the mountains that are immediately right here, you see like the real mountains of the Alps, like covered in snow. Then also the river that runs between the lakes, because we're in Interlaken, which means between the lakes, enter in between and Laken lakes. The water is so blue. It's this crazy color of blue I've never seen. I've been to the Caribbean and I've seen really blue oceans there, but it's this turquoise kind of blue. It's so clear. You get close to the edge of the river and you can see the bottom of it forever. It's really cool. This is Switzerland. Welcome. Come on in. Show first stuff. It's a doozy. This is our Airbnb here in Interlaken, Switzerland. We've got a full kitchen with a nice fridge, an oven, stove, so we can buy some food and cook and eat here. That'll help us save on money because Switzerland is a little pricey, but it's already so beautiful, and we're right close to the river. We can't quite see the river from our Airbnb, but we can hear it. It's right there, and so far everything has just been picturesque at every turn. So this is the water closet, and it definitely lives up to the name because it is a closet with all the things that have water, and undoubtedly Hilarie will have some kind of catastrophe with the shower later while we're here.
Oh, stay tuned.
So this is the bedroom. It's perfect for us. Nice bed, nice couch. It even has a table with a couple of chairs, which is great because when you're not at home, you have so much stuff and there's nowhere to ever put the stuff. And they provide a little table for that, so that's great. Have some nice natural light, and as well as like wood beams, vaulted ceilings. The Swiss plug is different than other places in Europe. So if you're traveling around Europe and you have adapters for other places, you'll need something different for Switzerland. And they left us a Swiss to 120 volt American adapter, which was really nice. They also left us some laundry detergent so we can do laundry, which was really nice. So we don't have to go buy an entire thing of laundry detergent just to do a couple loads of laundry. So this place is really looking out for us so far.
Now Jamin and Hilarie are on the hunt for some incredible views in Lauterbrunnen.
have been wanting to come here since the height of COVID. And I remember getting online and finding this place and thinking, how have I never been there? And just getting so close and yet not even knowing it existed. So I'm so excited.
It is really amazing here. Just a second ago, I was standing in one spot and I could count 5 waterfalls that I could see just from that one spot. It's beautiful. Everywhere you look is another 10 pictures that you want to take. It's incredible.
We came across an amazing RV site as well, which that's going to be our world pretty soon. We're going to be living in an Airstream, and so it's kind of amazing to see.
If you get a chance to be here at all, even a small chance, you need to take it. Farmers along hiking paths here in Switzerland will set up little stations like this where they have a refrigerator that has some of their products in it. So in this case, there's cheese in there, there's little prices, it's an honor system, so there's a little cash box that you can use, but along your way you can get fresh produce directly from the farm as you hike.
There's like cows and bells everywhere. I really feel like I am Heidi. And I like being Heidi.
Something tells me Hilarie's yodeling wouldn't make the cut.
This is so sweet. It's just so sweet. I love it.
It's pretty amazing. Pretty incredible.
So one of my favorite things is that they're actually porta potties. It's a sign that the Swiss really are my people.
Wonder what the Swiss think about that statement.
Because we have to go to the bathroom so much, not because we like porta potties. How many do you think we've seen, Jamin? 5 to 10?
Yeah, probably 5 or 6.
Yeah, 5 or 6 porta potties along the way, and we've only been walking for an hour, so thanks, Lauterbrunnen.
Lauterbrunnen is home to 72 glacial waterfalls. This one, 300 meters tall.
Alright, so about to go paragliding for the first time. I'm a little bit nervous, but excited about it. Should be a lot of fun.
Something tells me this wasn't his idea.
We're gonna get some video footage so you guys can see what this is like. It's gonna be amazing.
Aha, it is all coming together.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh! Just so beautiful. I feel so lucky! This is so crazy! Oh my gosh, that's amazing!
prepared for it to be a little bit scarier than it was, but it felt very safe the whole time. After it was over, it was like a huge adrenaline rush. A little bit shaky. My stomach felt a little uneasy. Like after we were done for almost an hour after we were through, but it was incredible, especially to do it in Lauterbrunnen, like in the valley where you just see waterfalls everywhere and mountains everywhere. You're going back alongside these cliffs and you catch these updrafts that just pick you up, and you just see how vast it is, and mountains everywhere, and the snow-capped peaks along with waterfalls, and the green valley below with sheer cliffs on both sides of you. It really was the perfect place to do it. Had never been before, so didn't know what to expect. We had awesome guides that helped you every step of the way and kind of talked you through everything. At one point, they let you take over and you kind of fly yourself, and they walk you through some turns. So you turn right or turn left and then straighten up, which was really cool too, to experience that and get to do that. I didn't know that that would be part of it. It was a really cool experience.
They had like some kind of like rubber mat that had kind of been, grass had grown over it, but you could tell they had some grip there that had created this small little runway that was probably about like this big, and it just went straight down this mountain, and we just ran down it. And that was by far for me the scariest part. The whole time I was just like so excited and had so much energy running through my body, and I just giggled a lot. I remember thinking, I am so lucky. I cannot believe I'm getting to do this. When they let you steer, that is kind of overwhelming because you can tell that like, oh, I just did that. Like I made that happen. This is now in my control. Like I could see Jamin, and I was either flying above him or we were circling each other. And then at one point, his feet were dangling near our parachute. And so like he could almost touch it. We could talk to each other. They knew that we were flying together, so they tried to make it so that we could kind of experience it together. It was really fun. Highly recommended. I think all in all, it cost us, we were guesstimating 550 francs, but I would recommend it. And I would also recommend Airtime. I believe they're called Airtime Paragliding. I would recommend them because they made it so easy. There was a lot of rain on the day we were gonna do it. And so they let us move it up a day. So like so excited. Just talking about it is really exciting.
While we're in the mountains, instead of running on our mornings, we are doing hikes. So we are in Interlaken, hiking up to
Harder Kulm.
It's supposed to take around 2 hours or so. So we'll see how it goes.
And there's cows, and there's their bells. I freaking love it. It's so cute.
This is Hilarie's effortless ascent to
Harder Kulm.
It is a little more work than I thought. But it's great, and I would do it like in a heartbeat. I would just maybe wear a backpack and not carry this. I just feel bad for panting in all of these videos, so we're gonna have to find some kind of like great music to go along with like my heavy breathing.
We could use some Eminem.
That'd be great. It's high altitude, guys. Okay, we're already in the really high altitudes.
Had to get Hilarie's blood pumping a little bit. She was seeming a little docile, so I just came up a switchback and just like a little muffled growl. Not much. Did the trick. Are you having fun?
This is 40.
Are the hills alive, baby?
Hills are alive. How did you know?
I know how your brain works.
Here. So we have been hiking since 9 a.m. It is now 1:40, and most of that was hiking up, I feel like. So we hiked up for, we can't decide if it was 4 or 5 miles, but something around there, and made it all the way to the top of, I think the English way of saying it is
Harder Kulm.
or Harder Kulm. Most people take the cable car. We hiked it, got to the restaurant, we had a beer, we had good views. It was amazing. Definitely worth it. We got to a point where we were like, we thought we were close, and we didn't realize that so many different paths had been created, and so there was a really obvious one and we took it, and that one actually was not the right path. So we heard a bear and we came back.
Not a bear.
I think it might have been a bear.
Not a bear.
We were both a little nervous, especially because Jamin kept telling me to calm down, and that's when I knew it was serious. And
Not a bear.
I was like, hey bear, hey bear.
Maybe a squirrel.
It was big, whatever it was. It was maybe a mountain goat. And so we turned back around, and then we're glad that we did, because we came back to the place where all the paths had diverged, and it was really obvious then coming from another direction that there was a path up. And so we took that, and the people in front of us were like, it's 10 more minutes, it's gonna be worth it. But we had no clue how good it was gonna be, and it was totally worth it. Definitely recommend it. It took a lot longer than we thought it would overall. We thought we'd be back by noon or 1, and it's more like 1:40, but still that's pretty good considering we sat at the top and had a beer. So I'm very proud. My legs are a little jiggly, but it's good.
Bounce back to the secret season to hear Hilarie and her sister reminisce about their time in this hostel.
So we've been known to do people watching. We like places where you can go and you can just kind of be an observer of people. But here in Europe, I feel like we do a lot of puppy watching because we miss our puppy Magnolia, little Maggie. And whenever we see dogs, we just want to touch them and love on them and play with them and watch them. And so we're like always the people like creeping out, like looking for the dogs. Oh, my cuteness. I got some ice cream at a chocolatier shop. It's lovely. And it's raining outside, which is kind of funny because it's been super hot and I wanted ice cream, and now it's raining and we're in an ice cream shop. It's amazing though.
I didn't get all fancy like Hilarie. I just got milk chocolate and vanilla. We also got some chocolate bark. So here in Switzerland, in the Swiss chocolate shops, they have big sheets of chocolate and they break off little pieces of bark. We got a little sample pack.
About to try fondue for the first time. I like cheese and I like bread, so it works out.
Our bread soaked in cheese. These Americans are game. Now on to something a bit more scandalous. Horse meat. Not on the menu in many countries.
Have you had horses for pets?
Look, Mommy likes it.
Today we are hanging out just outside Interlaken in a little village called Iseltwald. We might get into some paddleboarding today, but it'll just be kind of a chill day by the lake.
to stand up or not. I feel like it was a bad idea to drink a bunch of beer. Because now I'm like, oh boy. Baby, there's a swan right here. Do you see it? The swan. Right next to me. Don't want to bother her.
This sunny afternoon inspired the couple to inadvertently purchase 2 very expensive bottles of sunscreen. Tune into the podcast to hear all about it.
We are going to mail some postcards to our family. We've got 8 here. It cost about $18, almost $20 to mail 8 postcards to the USA. But I think it's a really fun touch. And also our paragliding place that we used, Airtime Paragliding, they give us postcards for free. So it was kind of a nice touch, and we're going to use the opportunity. So I hope those make it to America. It's been amazing. Everything I hoped for.
Yeah, so much to do here. Anything from the lake activities to skydiving, paragliding, like all of the mountain stuff you can think of. Just amazing place to come be active. I will say it is very expensive.
Yeah.
Even like groceries, street food, restaurants. If you're used to prices like we are in Texas, double it.
Even if you're prepared, like we were prepared, like we knew that it was going to be expensive, but it still surprised us. And one of the things that was surprising to me was that the things I thought would be free are expensive. Not only just do they cost, they're very pricey. So if you're going to go on a hike, you're probably going to take a cable car, and to do all the best hikes, they do require cable cars, and it might be $30, it might be $50. It could cost a lot of money, so that's something to budget for.
Yeah, and if you're going to be in Switzerland for a couple of weeks, you might think about a Swiss pass. That gets you access to a lot of that stuff. So we weren't here long enough for that to really pay off for us, but something to maybe think about.
Yeah, I definitely would look into it next time.
But to hear our full story about Interlaken, tune into the podcast and come with us for our next stop in Zermatt.
I'm gonna go snow skiing, guys. Summer snow skiing. Jamin's gonna take a pass. He's not as big of a fan, but it's fine. I'm gonna do it anyway because I have wanted to snow ski in Swiss Alps since I was like in 7th grade. I'm not even kidding. We are really looking forward to hiking the 5 lakes, the 5 lakes hike, seeing the Matterhorn and all that. So that's gonna be awesome. That is coming up in Zermatt. And we're gonna pack in as much as we can because life is short.
Wander well.
Doubtful things go as planned. Better subscribe and find out.